What's up, yo? I'm so glad to be back. I have missed you guys. I have missed our favorite show, Abbott Elementary, and I'm so glad that it is back. And last night's episode was a one for the books. So if you are new here, welcome to AAB TV, better known as Authentically RGB TV. I am RGB, and we're going to be recapping and running through my favorite show, your favorite show, America's favorite show, Abbott Elementary. So let's get into the video. All right, y'all. So first things first, if you hear a lot of noise in the background, it's because I'm home. I'm not in the car. It has been basically like 3 weeks since we've been on winter break, and we were supposed to go back on the 6th, but it decided to be a blizzard outside. So we have not had school for the past few days, and don't think that we're gonna have school on Friday, tomorrow either, because there's supposed to be more snow coming. So probably we'll start afresh on Monday, which is so funny that we're still on our extended break. But the crew at Abbott Elementary are back, and this episode is entitled Volunteers. Now, this is an episode that has been talked about probably since the beginning of this season, because they did a crossover with another popular show based out in Philadelphia called It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And I have heard of it. I've just never sat and watched it. And if you guys have, let me know. Should I watch it? I know that it's like 16 seasons. And I know, like I said, it's been on for a while, and a lot of people seem to love it and know the characters, which again I'm not familiar with, but I enjoyed them coming in and shaking up Abbott Elementary as the volunteers. And so the people from Always Sunny in the Philadelphia's, their names were Dennis, D, Mac, and Charlie. So 3 males, 1 female, and the boy did they shake it up. So basically, in a nutshell, they are all summoned or, collectively told that they have to do community volunteer stuff, and they decide to go to Abbott Elementary. All of the teachers, except a few, are excited that they're finally going to get some help. They're drowning, they're coming back from winter break, and it's just like hectic all over the place. So our favorite Abbott Elementary teachers, they are, like I said, they're excited that the volunteers are coming. Ava lets them know that these volunteers are coming, and just tells everybody, be grateful. So they get the announcement that they are there. They all meet up in the hallway, and everybody is divvied up into who they're going to be with. So Janine has the one female who she's like head over heels about. They have some like commonalities. She's quirky just like Janine, so they like, oh my gosh, like besties. And again, her name is D. And she, this whole time, she's trying to impress Janine, trying to show, her that she's good with the kids, she's creative, she's funny, and all that stuff. And like I said, they hit it off. Mac is the taller guy, which he looks so familiar to me, and I don't know why, but he looks like somebody, and I just could not like put it to words like who he looks like. But Mac was with Principal Ava, and at first, he was trying his hardest to just get her to sign the paper and say that they were there the entire week. And he could just go out and do his thing. But she kept on saying, like, no, y'all here, y'all gonna do what y'all need to do. And he was getting annoyed by it. But he still went and did what he was supposed to do for her. She had him detailing the car and getting Cinnabons and doing all type of stuff. And even to the point of trying to help her basically like blackmail the construction team, who is still building this golf course that nobody wants in the neighborhood. And then we also had what's the name, Charlie, and he is with Jacob in the beginning. And as he's listening and overhearing Jacob teach his students the lesson about the Industrial War, Jacob finds out something about Charlie that just shocks him and surprises him. And so he has Barb and Melissa help him in this particular task or mission to help Charlie become a little bit better. And then we also have Danny DeVito's character, which y'all, he is so short, and I'm short. I'm only like 4'9", but every time I see him, I don't know, maybe because he's just always been on the screen or whatever, like the TVs and movies, it just shocks me that he is as short as he is. It is so funny to me. But he works alongside with Greg and Mr. Johnson to help get rid of a pest situation in the garden. And he's different, should we say. He's very, very different. As I said before, Janine is working with D, and one particular moment, which I was like, we all gonna have to gang up on Miss D. She like basically started flirting with Greg. And unbeknownst to her, she of course did not know that him and Janine are dating, loyal, as Janine said. And so she decides to take it upon herself to flirt and get information from some of the students and basically like shoot her shot with Greg. And he was kind of like, no, no, thank you. And at first, Janine was like blind to it. She didn't get, the comment. She didn't get the flirtation or whatever until they were working on a project. And there was this a student who she thought, was writing this letter to Greg, and D was like, no, that's me. And she's like, well, that's funny because he's in a relationship with me. And she kept saying like, no, it's a real relationship. It ain't no just, we hook up friends with benefits type of thing. No, this is my guy. This is my man. Don't mess with my man, my man, my man. And so D took it upon herself to have like this little competition, she said, which was crazy. And then they ended up almost ready to fight, y'all. Almost ready to fight in the hallway at the school. But Greg, broke it up and assured Janine like he only wants her. So there's no need to be worried about this one over here because never. And like I said, throughout the episode, they well, actually Melissa, she asked if she had met them before. She couldn't put her finger on it. And then once everything came out, she realized like they own the pub that is what their show is based off of. Basically these, I guess you can call them criminals, but maybe not. They're just like, they're just always in some trouble, and they own this like bar or whatever, and it's like pretty down in the dumps or whatever. And they always getting into something. So that is why everybody realizes that they're not just volunteers for the sake of volunteering. They have to do community service. And so they got their eyes on them. They keep trying to tell Ava, they need to leave. They're horrible. Ava didn't really want them there either until, like I said, she found stuff for Mac to do. And they kind of hit it off a little bit. And Janine, at the particular time when she found out that Dee was trying to get with her man, she wanted her to get them up out of there too, but everybody ended up staying. And as far as Jacob and Melissa and Barb's mission to help our good friend Charlie, they had a ceremony for him. Everybody was excited, and he got it to a certain extent. If you watch the episode, you know what it is. I'm trying my hardest not to like spoil stuff, but for the most part, Charlie had some areas of improvement that he needed to work on. And as usual, Abbott worked together, even though some people didn't want to at first, but they worked together to help him on his journey to continue to move on up. Had a little move on up ceremony and everything for him. And at the end of the day, they got their community service paper filled out, and everybody went their own separate ways. They felt good about what they were able to help them accomplish and do. And everything was everything. And basically, y'all, I felt like this episode was good. It wasn't what I expected, but it was good. And I think it's because, like I said before, I never watched It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, so I couldn't really get some of the characters' ways, if that makes sense. But I still enjoyed it nonetheless. Danny DeVito, I love him so much because he's in one of my favorite movies, Matilda. And I just have always, like I said, loved him and stuff. And he's a legend. And I'm just glad that these shows are like crossing over. Like I love when shows do that. I may have to look into it since there's nowhere for us to go. And start to watch some episodes and get a better understanding and background of like what these characters is all about. Like I said, Danny DeVito and Mr. Johnson going at it with each other was hilarious because he wasn't with it. Mr. Johnson was not with them being there at all for real. And the way that Danny DeVito's character was just off the wall and off the chain, coming up with all type of unconventional ways to handle this little pest problem. I'm like, sir, ew. Gross. And he ended up being the pest at the end of the day. If you know, you guys is thoughts of this episode. It's really not a lot that went on. Besides some of the back and forth like digs and shots that they was throwing at each other and jokes and stuff like that. But like I said, they came to volunteer, and the whole week or the whole day, however they put it, was eventful nonetheless, but it was good and I enjoyed it. And I know that there's supposed to be more crossover episodes between the two shows in the future, I believe. Like Abbott will go over there, cross over to their television show. Don't know when that's going to happen, but I know this is pretty fast, but I just wanted to recap and not give too much. But again, I feel like the episodes go by so fast. Um, so I always have to rewatch and rewatch. If I missed anything, again, like I said, I apologize, y'all. I'm trying to do it while it's quiet in here and outside because some of the kids are outside having a ball. So I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you, thank you, thank you for watching. I be having so many views on these. And also, if you have not checked it out, I do have 2 videos that I did that were not recaps really, but just some of my favorite things that I've been enjoying since I've been on break, some of the favorite things that I've been watching and just have bought or was given during Christmas time end of 2024. Also, happy new year everyone, and I hope you guys are having a great start to the new year. Like I said, it's snowing here. It's been crazy. We did not expect to have this much snow, and then of course we all know everything that's going on in LA is horrible. So my thoughts and prayers are with all of them and anybody out there who's just going through anything. Praying and hoping that everything will just be all right. And I believe that it will. So thank you guys again. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I do. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.